And so her phone starts to go off. I start asking questions about this one specific name that I've seen happen. And so I ask her, okay, well, let me see your snap. She goes, that's an invasion of my privacy. Either you open your phone and let me see what's happened between you and this gentleman. And I say, okay, then grab your stuff and please leave. She wanted to just live in my couch. And I said, no, get your stuff and leave. That's it. She dropped this off.
Even with the location, like I would not be where I said I was sometimes. Like I'd be acting up a bit and he'd be like, well, why is your location here when you said you were going to dinner with the girls here? And I was like, I don't know, like glitches. And he would.
She thought he could be played, but he quickly outsmarted her. This is what happens when a man knows himself and is confident enough to stick with his principles even when the situation is challenging.
Can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm just gonna do it. So we were here chilling here in my apartment, and somebody sends me a DM. Obviously it's a female, just trying to say hi. And on my phone you can see the message banner. I don't have it to where it just shows somebody message or whatever. It shows the whole thing, and she reads it. And she starts feeling a type of way about it, gets very distant with me, doesn't even want to sit next to me, and she's pissed off because somebody DM'd me. Mind you, she's not a bad looking girl. I know the video doesn't give her justice, and even though maybe she's rotten on the inside, that's besides the point. I open my phone, I tell her, go ahead, do your digging if you want to do digging. Look at this girl. She starts asking me questions. How do you know this girl? What do you know about her? How long have you known her? All this stuff. And I think all of it was really just set up by God to allow me to see what I needed to see, allow me to see what I've been ignoring. And so her phone starts to go off. I start asking questions about this one specific name that I've seen happen. I start asking her, how do you know this guy? She's like, oh, we were just friends. We like the same music. And look, I start pressing her on the matter, and I ask her, do you have him on Snap? And she's like, yeah. And I go, well, then let me see what you guys talk about. Oh, well, we don't talk anymore. When you start to hear the story change, and you're about to hear the story change, you already kind of know what's coming. And so I ask her, okay, well, let me see your snap. She goes, that's an invasion of my privacy. You're breaking boundaries that you shouldn't break. I need to have a sense of privacy. And anytime they talk about privacy, sometimes what I really think that they mean is secrecy. And if there's no transparency, there's no trust. I don't care what you say. So I keep pressing her on, and I say, no, open it. And it gets to the point where I give her the ultimatum, and I say, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with this. Either you open your phone and let me see what's happened between you and this gentleman. And I say, okay, then grab your stuff and please leave. And she didn't want to. She wanted to stay here. She wanted to just live in my couch. And I said, no, get your stuff and leave. That's it. I don't even need to see it anymore. You don't need to see it anymore. You don't need to find the proof. It gets to the point where I grab all her stuff for her and I throw it all outside. She leaves. Not even 2 minutes later, she comes back ready to open her phone. I wonder why she was ready. I wonder what it was that she got rid of.
She was trying to be smart, but she didn't know he was smarter. Why are you willing to show your phone after deleting things?
I wonder what happened in those 2 minutes. But she dropped this off. So anyways, to anybody that's out there, don't act stupid.
Dodged a bullet, bro. I was married 10 years. She kicked me out, and 3 months later she's crying begging me to come back. We get back together in 6 years after I find out why she kicked me out. So she wanted to invade your privacy but sets boundaries when it comes to hers. 100% correct. Anytime they say no to seeing their phone, they are doing something. The same thing happened with one of my exes. They always project their insecurities when they are being sneaky. There's no trust without transparency. Exactly what I have been saying. Interestingly, she had no problem invading his privacy when she wanted to know more about the woman who texted him, but when it came to her time to prove she wasn't doing anything wrong, she found a way to set a boundary. Now he is invading her privacy. This is just a clear example of someone who has a lot to hide. She should keep the same energy as before. But I liked his position as he saved himself from a lot of future drama and disappointment, because once she does it one time, there is a high probability it will happen again. So what's the point of having this type of relationship where you can't fully trust your partner? Now that he got his house key, she will be free to continue her journey. She will be fully available to be with another guy as she wanted in the first place, and I don't know why they always cry when they are caught. That's why it's important to stay strong in these times and not allow that strategy to move you from the right decision. And it's also another reason I give him a round of applause, as he was able to stick with his principles even though she was using emotional strategy to get him to take her back. Well done. Imagine putting someone in your house only to have them go behind your back and do something like this, but fortunately, he handled it well. Now she will ask the other guy to give her a place to stay.
Next, we have a woman who was enjoying a great day at the beach with the men she was cheating with, only to be caught live by her partner. Then she starts to cry. At that point, it seems like she regretted her actions. Let's have a look at it.
Sonny!
Yo, where you going, bro?
Hey, where you going?
Hey, yo, where you going?
You being towed up, man. She's like a 7. She's like a 7.
She messes up and then she cries? She crying she lost that beach house. They only cry when they get caught. This happened to me. I found my girl on Peanut Island, Palm Beach with another guy. She did the same thing. And this is why I can't find a man in his 40s to want a relationship. They are all broken. She is only crying because she got caught and not because she actually loves him. Why exactly is she crying? This is the point where they realize it was a mistake. She was happy enjoying a nice day at the beach with another man, but now she is the one crying because her man set her free to be with the other guy. She should be thankful and happy as she became a single woman, and it will make things easy for her and the man she was cheating with. She isn't crying because she loves him, she is only crying because she got caught and is using that strategy to get him emotional and possibly convince him not to leave her. But that strategy would only work with guys who doesn't know their value, guys who are still unsure of their position in the relationship. Any high-value men understand the meaning of it and wouldn't allow themselves to continue a relationship with a partner who is able to have this type of behavior, as it shows a lack of respect, love, and consideration from her side.
What do you think about getting back together after infidelity?
It's different for men and women. When a man forgives a female, she can't respect you the same way. You got to remember, we like alpha men. Alpha men don't accept promiscuity. What happens when you accept a woman back? A part of her will always feel like you're weak and you don't have the willingness to walk away, because there's nothing that can push a man to walk away more than infidelity. And if that didn't do it, nothing will. So now she's lawless because your masculinity is depleted. And the other thing is, the man loses his masculinity. He starts to hate himself for not being able to walk away. She's going to beg and say, please forgive me, but the reality is, we don't want the man that forgives us.
Sometimes when things like this happen, it's your time to show your partner you are not a beta, because this is what it will translate in her mind if you ignore it. As they know what an alpha with options would have done.
We really don't. We want the man that says, you had your chance, it's been a pleasure, I wish you the best, because that's the man we respect.
She is 100% right. Straight facts. But also, if a woman cheats, it means she does not want to be with you anymore. If you can't walk away, you're not a high-value man. Very true. It's hard for cheating women to hear and accept this fact, but deep down inside they know she's telling the truth. If a woman cheats, then she doesn't want to be with you anymore. I agree with her statement. She will see you differently if you decide to overlook what happened, as most women are well aware any high-value man who respects and values himself wouldn't be able to ignore something like this. They wouldn't give her the opportunity to do the same thing again. They would just let her go to her new man, the man she thinks is better than him. It's important to understand, if a woman cheats, it means she no longer loves her partner, and her feelings for him are no longer the same. No woman who loves and respects her man would do such thing, and once it happens, there is a high likelihood it will happen again. So it's up to the guy to decide whether he wants to deal with that throughout his relationship, because probably it won't stop. The relationship could never be the same, so what's the point of continuing? Can you imagine the type of life a couple would have when a guy decides to ignore it and move on? Once the trust is lost, it damages the relationship to the point where it becomes a lot more challenging to work with. If she cheats, it means she no longer wants that relationship in the first place, because no woman would put at risk a relationship with a man she wants. What woman would cheat on the man she loves and respect? Let her go, so she can be happy with her new man.
Next, we have a woman who claimed to be a reformed cheater, and she believes it's not a big deal, and everyone should do it at least one time. She has a wild perception when it comes to what it means to be in a relationship with someone. Let's jump into it.
I've cheated plenty of times in my life, by the way, but I'm a reformed cheater. I would never do it again.
So never again?
Never again. Sometimes if it's gonna be a one-off thing and you sleep with someone one time and then you'll never cheat again and like you don't ever talk to that person again.
Says the reformed cheater.
It's not. It's a little bit different.
That's acceptable?
No, it's not acceptable, but like it's more understandable. I don't know, I kind of think everyone deserves a one-time cheat in their relationship or marriage.
So it's safe to say you're gonna cheat again.
Based on her statement, she believes it's not that bad and everyone deserves to do it at least one time. It shows it's all about mindset, so make sure your partner has a different perspective related to it.
Not when I have a ring on it.
What about engaged? You're just engaged. You're engaged for a year.
That's a gray zone. We're bored. Let's like either do a threesome or like let's have an open relationship or, you know.
Well, it's a conversation with you and your husband.
Yeah.
Maybe he's down for it, maybe he's not.
What
What if he's not?
Then we'll have to figure something out, but I won't cheat. I will not cheat.
Okay.
Maybe divorce.
If you're just gonna end up cheating on your partner, then why are you even in a relationship? Just be single and hook up with people so it doesn't count as cheating. If you're gonna cheat on your husband, then what's the point to getting married anyway? The whole point of marriage is to be faithful to one another. Nope, this is not the norm. She clearly has no clue what cheating does to someone. Your partner is shattered. They question everything, compare themselves to that person you cheated on them with, and obsess over how many times, what went down, and how long it lasted. It changes them and can damage the next relationship they enter into. Just end the relationship if you're that bored. This is one thing I don't understand about people who have this type of mindset. If you believe it's not a big deal to be unfaithful, why are you even engaging in the possibility of marriage when you know it requires being faithful? Why are you entertaining the idea of being someone's wife when you want to explore another venue? If this is the lifestyle you believe and want to live, go ahead and live your best life as a single person so you don't hurt anyone in your journey to happiness. This is why it's important to understand your partner's perspective on these types of subjects. It will save you from a lot of pain and disappointment down the line. Whoever was able to do it once can easily do it again, and as I said before, it's all about mindset. There are women who would be terrified or even disgust just from the idea of being next to another man while she is in a relationship. Those women would never do it because it's not in them. But those who see it as not a big deal, you can always expect a surprise from them. Why would you want to be someone's wife if you believe you need to cheat from time to time? Just live as a single person. It will be better for everyone involved. It seems like she wants to enjoy the benefits of both, but it's not how life works. She will have to pick one. She can either be married and live her life accordingly as a married woman, or she can stay single and do whatever she wants and nobody will get offended or hurt.
We came to the end of our video and I hope you like it. I will see you on the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.